because of the way the elections have come and gone. The commitment and resilience of Nigerians, even in face of unwarranted panic attacks, is a testimony that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. And look at people like Lady Jennifer Ifedi, who was stabbed but insisted on voting. And that gives me courage to believe that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. And there's so many other Nigerians. The election that we just witnessed have been conducted and results announced as programmed. It is a clear version from electoral rules and guidelines as we were promised. This election, as you know, did not meet the minimum standard expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria. The good and hard-working people of Nigeria have again been robbed by our supposed leaders whom they trusted. However, let me humbly and most respectfully appeal to all Nigerians to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and conduct themselves in most responsible manner. Please be assured that Dati and I, and indeed all of us, this is not the end, but the beginning of the journey for a better of new Nigeria. Dati, Baba Ahmed, and I remain absolutely undaunted and deeply committed to the project of a new Nigeria that will be built on honesty, transparency, fairness, justice, equity. All the above starts with the process. The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do thereafter. It is my belief, and I've maintained so consistently, that if you must answer His Excellency, the process through which you arrive to office must be excellent. We must now require that we do the right things in order to generate the required confidence and moral authority to lead. As you know, the destruction of a society begins and gradually progress when we act rascally or with deliberate manipulation of the rule of law and suppression of the will of the people. During my campaign process, I would say that we will govern by the rule of law, because we know what not doing that will bring about, and that's why we insisted that. Let me reiterate, and I assure you that good people of Nigeria, that we will explore all legal and peaceful options to reclaim our mandate. We won the election, and we will prove it to Nigerians. Oh, yeah. Please do not despair. We have elections coming up on the 11th. I enjoy you to go out. But your support will not be in vain. and you will not find us wanting. We must build a better Nigeria, where Nigerian youths will be happy, glad to call their own country. Thank you, and may God Almighty continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. So, colleagues, if you don't take anything home in what you just heard, he said we won the election and we will prove it to the world. We will reclaim that mandate. Another round of applause for him. Okay, so we will take a few questions from journalists who are. So, if you raise your hands, I recognize you. You come out here and speak. Okay. Oh, all right.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shewa Kimale. I'm a reporter with Channels Television. I'd like to ask you, it does look, I have two questions, and they are quick ones. You said that you're going to reclaim, and you said you won the election. If you'd like to expatiate on what you meant by that, in what areas do you think, because your speech does look to me like the elections is flawed as far as you're concerned, what are the evidence that you have to support the claim about the conduct of the election? And you can tell us which areas, what are the aspects of the elections you think that are not right. The second part of my question is the journey since Saturday election. You seem to have formed an alliance with other political parties like the PDP. Are you doing this challenge on the election or with the PDP? Have you spoken to the Kamishare and tense election? Came out of it, things the nation is still very tense. And also, we discover that the nation at this time needs to come together. What kind of words are you going to send out to your supporters and your followers in respect to the fact that we must have a nation first, and then we must be able to keep the nation together? And lastly, have you reached out to the man that has been declared winner for Latino? Thank you.
Well, you did ask me the process and the areas. If I tell you all this, I don't know what I'll be telling the court. We have passed the stage of that because we were asked to go to the court. Isn't that what I said? He said so. So let's go there. Remember that I'm obedient. I'm going to go where I'm directed to go. So, and then you will see where and how. Or just to give you an emphasis, in 2015, the number of registered voters, if I can remember, is about, what was it again? About 67 million registered voters. And a removal and inputs of votes here and there. Because otherwise the number is supposed to have increased. It didn't increase. And we have chosen our challenge this rascality for the future of the country. Nigeria cannot conduct election 63 years after independence. It's something everybody should reflect on. Unexamined life is not worth living. And we can't go on like this. Shehu, you asked about the alliance. We are not in alliance. We are discussing and in partnership with other people and any other Nigeria who feels hot as we do. I've said it and I repeat, I have all my life challenged the process. I believe that the process through which people get anywhere is respected. as a person, I've had a school award me a professor, and I can go and see my reply to them. I said, I can't be, because I've not gone through the process of being a professor. The process through which people come into any place is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. We must have people who have the moral authority because of the process who come into it. So if we use the process we use today, tell me how we can tell the train robber, the kidnapper that is doing the wrong thing. Say we have not made calls to anybody.
Okay.
I'm not against making calls. Everybody that is involved in this, even the two main contenders, have always said, are my elder brothers. You know, they're far my seniors. They should actually be my father. So I respect them. And I keep with that. And if they call me and want me to see them, I'll see them. But on this issue, I'm challenging the process.
Okay. We'll go from here. Please come out, Talinda.
My name is Peter Lisenbach. I work for Al Jazeera TV. My question is just about the judiciary. You're going to court. There's been concerns about the integrity of the judiciary. Do you believe you'll be able to get justice, given the questionable calls and decisions, especially of the apex court?
Mr. Fidelis, there's no Nigerian who can say has been a beneficiary of the judiciary more than me. And all this while they tell me about integrity of the judiciary. From 2003, I've always been in the court. I was there 3 years to reclaim my mandate. I was there to come back from impeachment. I was there to do interpretation. I was there to challenge my second tenure election. And in all, I've been successful. Without in any way compromising or doing the wrong thing. And I can say it, I have never knowingly, and everybody can know, compromised any law officer, any judicial officer, anybody in process, because I believe they're doing their job. So I believe they know their customers in the other side. Mine is to do the right thing. And I'm going to go there with the right thing. And when I'm going, I'm seeking who will benefit the future of their own children. And I'm sure they will do the right thing.
Okay. All right, just sit in next. I'm coming to your side. Please. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Stephen Uzu. I report for VOA Voice of America. My question is, I've been speaking with observers and political experts who say that for you to be able to reclaim a mandate that you said has been taken from you, you need to prove abundantly enough that the suppression, voter suppression that has been alleged, the violence and everything that happened on Saturday was enough to sway the votes in your direction. So do you have abundantly enough evidence to do so? Thank you.
Well, let me again say it. We're not yet in court. That is why the court exists. And they've asked me to go to court. And I want to go to court. I don't want to answer questions on my way to court. I want to go to court.
Okay. All right, come. I wanted to travel this way, but I see you are. Okay.
My name is Omar Mansoy and I report for AIS TV. You told us some moments ago that you have been having series of meetings with a lot of people people from the international community and maybe back home here in Nigeria, do you feel like you are under any pressure from anywhere?
Not at all. I can tell you, nobody will ever put me under pressure when I challenge misconduct, rascality, or illegal process. Because it's not about it's not about, you can't, how do you put the person who is doing kidnapping under pressure? We're challenging what is wrong. In society, our children will live in. And I want people to understand that. I'm challenging a process that is faulty, a process that is wrong. It could be anybody. It is not about anything. So there's no pressure. Nobody else. And they know they will not.
Okay, the lady at the back. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rena Obozeki. I work for Dark Communications AIT. So I want to ask you, how are you engaging the international communities on the outcome of the election?
Thank you very much. Now the real AIT, not former AIT.
Quite frankly, I'm not unless on invitation, I'm not engaging any international community or